Working with directories in Linux. Now in this lecture, we will learn the Linux special directories, absolute path versus relative path, directories commands. Now let's start with Linux special directories. Now in Linux, we have a special directories and indicates for specific functionality. So for example, we have the dot directory, which is the current directory. So when you type ls-la or ls-a, you will find that we have this directory everywhere. Okay, don't worry, we will handle that in the hands-on lecture in the next lecture, but for now keep that on your mind. So the dot means the current directory, the double dot or dot dot, which is the parent directory of the current directory. Okay, we have the slash, which is the root directory. So if you type cd space slash, okay, this will go to the root directory where all of the file systems will be there, or the folders. We have the tilde or the current user home directory. So for example, we have user called John. If you type cd space this tilde, it will go to the home directory of the current user. Don't worry, we will handle that in details in the hands-on lecture, the next lecture, no worries. Now let's have a comparison or a differentiation between absolute path and relative path. So actually the absolute path is defined as specifying the location of a file or directory from the root directory. So for example, you will go to the specific place. You will, for example, you want to go to this folder inside John home directory. You will go cd slash home slash John slash then this specific folder, for example, example1 folder. Okay. Now, please, this is just a theory lecture. In the next lecture, we will have that in details, no worries. Now, the relative path, on the other hand, is defined as the path related to the present direct working directory. So, for example, if I want to go to the previous directory and I want to go to a specific folder, I will go cd dot dot slash folder 2 slash folder 1, etc., etc., all of that, no worries. Now, let's have just a brief about the directories commands. Okay, now we want to use the cd. This is very important command, the change directory to cd dot dot. This is to change the directory to the parent directory. Cd slash, this is to change the directory to the previous directory. Works like back. Okay, how it is in Windows, we use the back button or whatever. This is like the back. And pwd, this is the print working directory command to show the full absolute path. We have the make directory. This is to make a new directory. And we have the make dash p. Okay, as you can see, we have this argument or this parameter dash p to make a new directory with dash p, which means parent. As if the parent does not exist, create as well. Okay, so for example, I want to create two folders inside each other. I will create make dir dash p folder 1 slash folder 2. So it will create folder 1 and for inside it will be folder 2 created. Don't worry, we will have that as hands-on in the next lecture. Also, we have rmdir. This is to remove a directory, and actually this directory should be empty. Remove dash p to remove a directory with dash p parent, as delete with parent as well, as our previous example, which is make dir dash p folder 1 folder 2. It will be rmdir dash p folder 1 folder 2. Again, we will have that in details in the hands-on lecture, no worries. rm-rf, and this is to remove a directory using the rm command with recursive, as you can see, -r, which means recursive, and f as a force option. So we have two options for this rm, -r, which is recursively remove everything. So for example, folder 1, our previous example, folder 1 slash folder 2, we will remove folder 1 and folder 2 because recursively, because it is r, and f because it is forced. So don't give a warning, remove force. Now, we have reached to the end of this lecture. In the next lecture, we will learn all of these, what we have learned here. In theory, we will apply it and we will have a hands-on in the next lecture. I will see you there.